Right, here we are at the Midnight Walk and Talks. Well, it's about, just before midnight, about 5 minutes to. Well, you'll notice there's no Covie, there's no Locki, there's no Amber. And the reason why there's no Covie or Locki is because when I was out to the gym, they were eating the bedding or tearing it to pieces and shoes and stuff. So it's like, right, you've had your play. There you go. That's your play. You ain't going out for walkies when you keep playing with stuff like that. You keep damaging stuff indoors, that's it. You don't go for play. You don't go for walkies when you keep doing that. They're going to learn. Because if they want to come out for walkies, they need to stop doing stuff like that. Simple, and there needs to be consequences. So there you go, consequences now. Well, it's like, there was there's a point of interest where that Kevin, the dull person, the one who believes he's gone to heaven in the past and come back and all this crap, which is probably very, very untrue. I don't believe a word of it. Well, the reason why I don't believe a word of it is because when you look at his ministry, how he ministers, again, it's this like 3-hour ministry, 3-hour long talk, when he really says nothing in it that would really need more than 20 minutes of talking. In one of them he's talking about the fact that there's things missing, that the angels were talking about these things that were missing and need to get to be done. Obviously, everything was obvious. The fear of God, worship being better, heart worship, that sort of stuff. Knowing God, being led by the Spirit, that's obviously all the obvious stuff. But obviously, the fear of God, yes, that's a big thing that's missing. Of course it is, it's a big thing missing. But obviously, you need to know your sins first. So, you need to bat that first. So, it's a good issue then. Like 1 second, no, they've got something there, and there's another person walking there. There's a person over there as well with a, what's it called, chair thing. Electric chair thing. But there's someone walking over here as well, so, okay. You want my girl? Just testing. How you doing? That's Gracie. There's someone there, so I'll keep an eye on Gracie. They're all tearing something to pieces. They found a jacket or something. You can see the low mist again there. Oof. Can you see it on the video? Just about. You can just about see it, can't you? I'm not sure if you can see it very well. I can see it beautifully. What looks like the red, that's actually the mist. It's coming off as red in the video, but it's actually the mist. It's there. Who's just walking here? Is this the lady that walks around us sometimes? No idea. Gracie, stay there, bub. Stay there, Gracie. Stay there, Gracie. Stay there, bub. Look at them tearing. How you doing? You stay there, Bubba, girl. I got you. I got you, Grace. Stay there, Bubba. Stay there, Gracie, Grace. Good girl, Gracie. Good girl, Gracie. Who's a good girl? You've been a good girl, Grace. Good girl, Grace. Eh? Good girl, Grace. Gracie here. Hey, Grace. Right, come this way. Come on, this way. That woman's walked past, that's good. Yeah. And Gracie didn't bark at all. Well, she jumped on me. So obviously, she's better now, hopefully. Hopefully not to be barking. Indeed. Anyway, I went to the gym, that was good. Downstairs first, upstairs later. Yeah, that was good indeed. It was hard, but that's the point. It was hard, but that's good. Anyway, so 1 second. Gracie, here! Gracie, come here now. Come here, Grace. What is going on there? Oh, that's a big block of a thing, so that could be a problem. Okay. Someone's standing there talking to the woman. Okay. That's not thinking good, is it? That's an issue, just standing there. Jesus Christ. Oh no, that is the woman. Where's that thing? Okay, she got out. Good. Yeah, I thought someone was standing there talking to her. Come here. This way. Here now. Come here. Gracie, come. Yeah, show him a bit of fresh air. Stretch your legs a bit, so that's cool. Indeed, yeah. Probably under a vehicle. Cool. Right, pack it up, you two. How you doing? Fine. Good. Come this way. This way. Come on. This way. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. I say the little puppies, yeah, they didn't have a walkie today. Yeah, no idea why. Well, I think it's because I thought Stuart would be phoning me about a walkie. But no, he didn't, because he's got a granddaughter with him this week. So yeah, but he told me later, which wasn't helpful. But there you go. That's done now. There you go. Well, so it was only later in the fact that I decided to do stuff, and then by the time everything else was happening, it was too late to take the puppies up, little babies. So I had to take the older ones out and do something with the older ones, and that sort of got in the way of taking the little ones out. So there you go. What the heck is that? Put that in there. So, yeah. Well, tomorrow I have to make sure I do that. I have to make sure we go out for good walkies tomorrow. Get the doggies out walking and they're getting knackered. Gracie here. Again, what have we got here? Why is it someone has to come this way? Oh, okay. Come here. Wait here. Gracie, wait. Come here, bub. I got you. Come here. Come here. Walking a bit edgy doesn't help. No jumping. No jumping. Riley, walk away. I got you. I got you, Grace. I got you, Grace. Oh, yeah. Gracie, come. Gracie, come. Here you go. Good girl. Come on. Oh, you go. Come on, Grace. Good girl. She's there now. That's fantastic. She wasn't sure what to do. She saw someone coming. Instead, she came and sat next to me. And as soon as the person went past, she ran over there. Good girl. Good caddy. It's a good caddy. Oh, there's a good caddy. Good girl, Gracie. Well done, Gracie. Good girl. Good girl, Gracie. Well done, baby girl. Well, she's learning, you see. She is learning. She's learning not to bark at people now. She's learning that it's wrong. So, she comes to me now. And she's a bit worried about a person. She comes to me, so it's better now. Indeed, yeah. Brilliant. Well done, Gracie. Well done, Gracie, Grace. Well done, baby girl. You're doing brilliant. Yeah, that's really good. I'm really proud of her. There's another person now. Jesus Christ, they're getting busy. Really busy. There's a woman with that thing. Gracie here. Gracie. Come here, baby girl. Gracie here. That woman's coming back now. Jesus, really? Come here, Grace. Grace here. Grace, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Gracie. Come here. Come here, Grace. You didn't see the man walking past. Gracie, come here. Gracie, come here. Gracie, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Okay. Come here, Grace. Grace, come. Gracie here. Gracie here. Gracie here. Grace, come. Grace, come. Grace, come. Good girl, Gracie. Into you, good baby. Run on, Grace. See? She was a bit concerned, wasn't she? Especially with that vehicle. She was a bit concerned with that thing, the big light on it, and, you know, yeah. There's a big thing coming towards her. She was a bit concerned about that. But she came to me, she didn't bark. She sort of went, but when I called her back, she came back. That was really good. Well done, Gracie Gray. Well done, Gracie Gracie. Well done, Gracie Gracie. There's a good baby girl, isn't she? You good girl. Well done, Gracie Gracie. Good girl. There's a good baby girl. Well done, Gracie. Good girl. Hello, Mollie Collie. Good girl, Gracie. You did good, didn't you, Baba? Gracie did good, didn't you, Baba girl, eh? Oh, yes. Gracie did very good indeed. Oh, yes. Hello, Mollie Collie. How you doing? Mollie Collie. How you doing, Baba girl? Right. Well, anyway, okay. So, don't worry, Mollie. Don't worry, Baba girl. Where's that woman gone now? Oh, she's gone up that road, I think, up there. Okay. We're not going to go back to the car yet. Come on this way. Not yet, no. No. Well, let's go back to the England situation. Yeah. I've watched a lot of videos today, and a lot of people on the fact that after 30 minutes, Gareth Southgate should have changed something. I think one of the problem with England at the moment is the no blame situation. Yeah, the players can't blame the manager can't blame the players. Yeah, the people in charge can't blame the manager or the players. So the problem is, people blame the players when it's the manager's fault, and blame the manager when it's a player's fault. Obviously, if the manager told the players to play like that, you know, slow attacking, you know, don't really attack anymore, you know, just stay back and hopefully win 1-0. You know, if he told them that and told them to play like that, then he should tell us, because he was out of order really doing that. He was wrong doing that. And people need to know, because if he's done that, if he'd done it in the game against Croatia, in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and then in the final of the Euros, if he did it the same thing, then there's a pattern there. And he's not going to change, that's who he is. But the people need to know that. And the problem is, the people pretty much know that already, because they're pointing out the fact that he did the same in this final that he did in the semi-final. But the problem is, they're not quite clicking that that's who he is. That's what he's going to do. If we get to a final or semi-final again, he's going to do exactly the same. Now, I think it was Danny Mills early on. It might not have been Danny Mills. It was one of them on Talk Sport. I think it was Danny Mills. It was on earlier with Simon Jordan and Mr. White. Don't know his first name now. He was on there, and he said, yeah, the thing of it is, he's learning, the manager. He's learning. Yeah, I was thinking, excuse me? He's been at a job, what, 4 years now? He's still learning? Okay, the problem is, by the time he learned, maybe 10 years to learn, most of these players will be too old. And you know, their time of the England team is gone. But the problem with this is, this is a good team, really. Wait, Micky, leave it. Good boy, no cans. Well, as I say, it's a young team with good players. You know, if they can grow and develop as a team with a good manager, there is no reason whatsoever why they cannot win a World Cup. No reason at all. No reason whatsoever. They have good players who have not reached their peak yet. and with a good manager, a manager who can who's not afraid to make decisions. Because the problem is that what seems to be in football, and it seems to have been in football for quite a while now, I talked about it in a video recently, is this fear. They're too afraid to lose. So they're being careful. If they go one up, they just sit back and they try not to risk anything just in case it's what makes them lose. There's too much of that now. If you want to win, you have to risk things. You have to attack, and attacking is a risk because the other team could counter a risk. Counter attack. Sorry. Well, a counter risk as well, because if they do counter attacking, then you can do the same thing with them. So if you attack with a few players, it's a risk. Of course it's a risk. Because then they can attack you. But you can only win that way, unless you want to win by penalties. And the problem is, penalties is a potluck. It's not worth going down that avenue. Unless you have a massive goalkeeper who's going to save a couple. And you have players who are, put it this way, if you have, who was that player? In the cartoon when I was a kid. There was who was that player? There was a player in a cartoon who basically, every time he shot, it was like a bullet going into the goal. Boom. And if a goalkeeper got near it, it would break his hand or something. Because he hit the ball so hard. If you've got players like that, then fine. Put all your players, in your goal area. Stop the other team scoring. In the 90 minutes. So, because you can win with penalties. But the problem is, most teams don't have those players. They don't. Not at all. So, what the problem is with England, England have very good attacking players. Very good attacking players. Very good young attacking players with lots of energy. And the problem is that they're just not using them. Did Southgate use them? Well, it's like Kane. Kane is supposed to be one of the best attacking, the best forwards in the world. It's supposed to be one of the best forwards in the world, right? Did he even have a touch in the 18-yard box in that final? No, not even one touch in the 18-yard box. That's one of the best forwards in the world. Didn't even have one touch in the other team's penalty area. Not one touch at all. That's mad. No shot at all. That's just mad. You're the manager. He's your best forward. What's happening? Do you want to score or not? Well, obviously not. That's the point, isn't it? Obviously you didn't want to score. No. Not at all. It's insane. Absolutely insane. You have players like Sancho, you have players like Grealish, you have, Mount. You have all these young players who are very, very talented players. Top players who have played in the Champions League, who have won the Premiership. They're top thinking players. And yet you're not using them. You're certainly, when they are on the pitch, you're not using them to their ability. You've got them playing too careful. You've got them playing too safe. It's like Man United. Man United had Pogba, one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. Under Jose Mourinho and Ollie, they had Pogba playing too deep. They had Pogba playing as a defensive midfielder. You're idiots doing that. Absolutely idiots doing that. If the defence is too poor, tough. Yeah, the owners need to get more defenders. Yeah, more better defenders. Obviously, if you're protecting the defenders too much, then the owners don't know. You know, so they won't get more defenders, will they? Really? Obviously, for England, how do you sort out the defenders? No idea. No idea at all. You can't buy defenders for your, you know, team, can you? No, because it's not that type of team. You know, you just have to use the players you've got, you know, for the England team. And the problem is, yeah, who they've got, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, defensive midfielder. You've got Rice, you've got Phillips. Basically, those two are quite similar to Fred and McTominay. Yeah, they're okay, they get about a bit. Are either of them really defensive midfielders? No, not really. Not really, no. If they were, you could just have one defensive midfielder. You don't need two players sat in front of the defence, do you? If you've got a variety in there, or something like that, or you know, someone of that sort of quality, or a Kante sitting in there, then you don't need two, do you? You've got a player of good enough ability. The problem is we don't have that player. We don't have the... who did we have years ago? Who did we have years ago? Nicky Butt, I think he played for England, didn't he? He was English, so Nicky Butt played for England. He was more a defensive midfielder. Yep, Man United player. Batty. We had a lot of players who could do that job. Most of them didn't have a chance because there was obviously Lampard, Scholes and Gerrard. So, yeah, we had a manager who wanted to use all of those three in the team. So, yeah, defenders, midfielder, no chance. Yeah, no chance for that player to play. So that's the point. We have fantastic midfielders in, even defenders, midfielders, brilliant defenders. But we had a dodgy manager who didn't use them. Right. So now we don't have those players now. Yeah, those players are gone. We just don't have a player that can do that sort of job now. I mean, that's the point. Jones was supposed to be that player, wasn't he? Man United player, Jones, who's ended up being Mr. Injury. Mr. Flipping fall over himself and own goals. Yeah, he was supposed to be, yeah, the best player since sliced bread, wasn't he? That didn't work out, did it? But again, he was supposed to be, you know, a defensive midfielder. You coming? Coming in? Wait, I said, are you coming? Oi! You coming? Coming in? Coming in? Hurry up. Normally he's way in front, Micky Moo, but he's way behind this time. Yeah. Gracie's in front. Really in front. Gracie! How you doing? I'll say so now. I mean, if I was England, if I was a manager of England, I'd say, well, okay, we don't have defensive players, but we do have, you know, a lot of great attacking players. So use him. Attack the other teams. Attack them. If you attack the other teams, and if they are scared of you, they can't attack you. So therefore, obviously, if you don't have the defensive midfielders you need, really, top defender, you know, it doesn't matter because the other team won't attack you. They'll attack really slow because they know you've got fast attacking players and you use them. So that's the point. You can do what they want to do. You know, what Italy done to England, you can do that to them. You know? Yeah. Well, as I say, well, no, that's not right, really. You know, what England did, you can make other teams do that to you. You know, slow attacking, that sort of thing. You know, to help you to defend better. Yeah. Oh, that's the point. It can work for a while. It won't necessarily work for a long time because other teams will soon figure out you haven't got a defensive, but it worked long enough for you to win a World Cup or something. That's the point. With these sort of cup things, they're very, very short. They're very, very short. They're over with very, very quickly. Other teams don't really have a chance to figure you out. So you could go in there and you could attack, and you could absolutely get away with it. Yes. That's the point. It's going to be about risk. If you're not willing to risk, go home. Problem is, Gareth Southgate is, I mean, I've seen, go and watch him being interviewed. Go and watch Gareth Southgate being interviewed. God, that man is so boring. He's so dull. If you're at a party and Gareth Southgate come over to say hello, you want to leave. You would. You want to walk away and say, sorry, mate. Yeah, respect all of that. Yeah, you play football, great. You know, you're a manager, okay. Christy. But he's boring. He's so dull when he speaks. But how can he ever inspire anyone? You know, he's so dull. You know, at half time, when he's speaking, the players are asleep now. So obviously you need to wake up for the second half. Yeah, not good. You know, England need a manager that can help them to be better. Not slower, not safer, but better. Yeah, all the players better. They need to find someone who can be England's Kanté player. Yeah. Who? I don't know. Need to find someone who can do that. You know, Stones was supposed to be the person who can maybe do that. Because he was supposed to be the person who can sort of be comfortable with the ball in defence. So as a defensive midfielder, he would be perfect. Problem is, he's never really been that player, has he? He went to City last season, he got a bit better. But that's mainly because of the player he had alongside him. Yeah. He's one of these players, he needs the right player alongside him for him to play well. And that is just poo. Really, because when you take that player away from him, he's nowhere near the player that he is with that player next to him. So it's like, that's just poo. Well, it really is. I mean, from an England point of view, you know, national team point of view, having that player, yeah. No, I mean, you've got Maguire next to him. You haven't got whoever City have got. You know, City have got a great player next to him that's helping him to play well. Yeah. England don't have that player. So therefore, Stones is useless for England. So who is the right player for that? They need to sort it out, because obviously 2 players there, not good. Too defensive. You know, too slow attacking. So you need to use your better players, you know, to attack the other team. So, you know, 1 player in front of the midfield, in front of the defence. 1 player, not 2. I'm having 1 player sitting there, fine. But certainly, but basically, when the other team's got the ball, you can have a few of them sitting in front of the defence helping out. But as soon as England have got the ball, well, that's it now. Yeah? You don't need two players sitting in front of the defence, do you? We've got the ball now, we should be the ones attacking them. We should be the ones pushing them back. Instead, they're still pushing us back. Even though we got the ball. That doesn't make sense. That's not good, is it, really? If that's how the game's going, they're pushing us back, but we got the ball. It's like, no, that shouldn't be happening, should it, really? Not really, no. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to get them in the car and get home and try to get the babies out because the babies need to pee and poo. And I'm actually going to bring the babies in tonight. They need to start coming in. Yep. They need to start coming and spending the night in again. So I'll bring them in tonight. And there you go. Yep. They can spend the night in. With this lot. Yeah. Come here. Lift your head, Chewie. Chewie, head up. Chewie, I don't care. Head up. I don't want the bottle, moron. Do this. Can't make me bend down. That's not helpful. Mollie, come here. Bending right to the floor to do that for him. That's not good. Come here, Mollie. Do yours, mate. Oosie. Ooski. Hello, Ooski. Ooh. How you doing, Oosie? Mickey Moo. Mickey Moo. Mickey Mouse. Come here. Mickey the Mouse. Get here, mate. Come on, let's do your collar. Let's do your collar. Mickey the Mouse. Come on. Yeah, your one won't turn off. Well, no surprise. Oh, it has now. Cool. There you go. Good boy. That's the one that normally doesn't turn off. It did that time, that's cool. Right, we're going to get Chewie and Micky in the back seats. Lucy can go in the boots because there's less dogs. Lucy, come. Lucy. Come, Lucy. Here you go. Jump in. Right, 1, 2, 3. Who's missing? I think that's about it. Okay. Chewie, in. Here you go, Chewie. Chewie, move. Back in. Go. Go on. Micky, come. Here you go, Mix. Go, Mix. There you go. But the last thing I'll say about the England situation is basically what I've said already. Yeah, for these lads, you've got these good group of young players. Things need to change for them. Yeah, this is a generation who are incredibly promising, and for them to have a chance of winning anything properly, they need the right manager. So that's why I said earlier, the person who is in charge, who decide how the players were playing. If it was the players, okay, we need to know. Because obviously, if it's a captain doing that, he shouldn't be captain anymore. Simple. It doesn't mean he can't play anymore. If it was Kane deciding that basically where that bottle is there, see that bottle down there? So that bottle is the defence of the other team. Kane was basically standing here with the ball. He had Sterling over here. He had Saka over there, and he had, I think, 3 defenders. So 3 versus 3. What did Kane do? From this position here, he turned the possible back. So if he is deciding to do that, and that's him making that decision, and not the manager, then Kane shouldn't be playing for England anymore. That should be his last game. Simple. If he's going to make that sort of decision and decide to play that way in big games because fear gets hold of him, then he shouldn't be playing at that level. Simple. But if it's the manager who's deciding that, and the manager decides it in the Croatia game as well, in the World Cup semi-final, then honestly, that should be it. Because everyone's saying he's got a year left of his contract. Surely you're going to let him manage the World Cup. Well, excuse me, if he's going to do the same again, surely you're not going to allow him to do that. Obviously, if he's done the same thing twice in big games and he's going to do it again, sack him now. He's the wrong manager. Get rid of him now. That's the point. Is he the right manager? If he's not, get rid of him. Same as Ollie. My point of Ollie, everyone's saying, oh, but Ollie, he's learning as he's going. Start off with that. YTS manager? Nah. Not with YTS coaches, not going to work. If you've got qualified coaches who are world-class coaches who have been in the job for decades and they know what they're doing, they know how to get the best out of players, and you've got a YTS manager, that's fine. The coaches can basically carry that manager a bit. That's okay. Until the manager learns, the coaches can carry him. But Man United have got YTS coaches and a YTS manager. So come on, no. Is he the right manager to take him to the next level to win things? If the answer is no, get rid of him now. There's no point keeping hold of him. Why? You're going to have to sack him eventually, aren't you? So do so now. If he's not the right person to take you to the next level, then bring in that right person now so you can start getting to the next level. That's the thing. Any club should be doing that. Any club. Klopp was the right man to bring Liverpool to where they were, where they got to. Last season, I don't know what happened to Liverpool. They lost a few of the players. Van Dijk was a big player to lose, obviously. Big player to lose. But it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. Attacking wise, they were poor as well. They just weren't really functioning very well. That may be down to a couple of players being missing, maybe down to fans being missing, but certainly, and early on, it affected Liverpool far worse than it affected any other club. Other clubs were missing players and missing their fans, but it affected them far worse. Yeah. That's something that Klopp needs to figure out, because who's to say we're not going to have a lockdown again halfway through the season, or even at the start of the season again. Yeah. Certainly as winter approaches, there could easily be a lockdown in England again. Easily. Yeah. Where fans can't come to the clubs, can't go to the games. That could easily be a possibility, couldn't it, really? What are you as a club going to do about that? How are you going to perform at the level that you were performing at a few seasons ago without the fans here? Well, in the end, we'll see. This season coming. Who are they barking at now? All right, will you shut up? There's no one there. Shush. Those are your dogs. Oh, yeah. Well, in the end, it's what it is. But certainly with regards to England, with regards to United, with regards to all these sort of situations, and whatever club you support, if you haven't got the right manager, then the important thing is to get there as quickly as possible. If you can get to certain heights with the right person, you need that right person. The sooner you've got that right person, the better you are going to be for it. So, yeah. For England, certainly with this group of players, they have a very good group of players. A really good group of players. Foden, Mount, Grealish, Sancho. Saka, maybe, even. I don't know. I mean, Saka's 19. I mean, to me, I don't think Saka's good enough. The reason why I don't think Saka's good enough is because, Saka is... He's like players in the past, like Welbeck and players like that, who had a bit of pace, had a bit about them, but did they work hard enough to develop the rest of their game? No. Is he going to do that? I don't know. If he doesn't, then he won't be good enough. Simple. Simple as that. A bit of pace, is that enough? No. No, he'd be found out. Well, last season was basically his first season for Arsenal. People will be expecting more from him next season. Let's see if he can deliver. If he can, then he's certainly part of this generation, young generation of players that are potentially going to be exceptional, and could carry England to, a World Cup winners, medals, and all the rest. They could be the next Spain. I don't mean in the sense of the way they play, but in the sense of dominance. They could be. With the right manager, they certainly could be. They just need the right manager. If they could get Terry Venables from '96 and bring him forward to now, he would be the right man for this group of players. He would. He'd be someone who could inspire them. So what they need is someone like Teri Venables. So who? No idea. No, Chelsea manager, he'd be a good one, but he's got a job managing Chelsea. I don't think he's going to want to leave that, is he? So, there you go. Who they would get, I don't think anyone would be bothered at all if it was a foreign manager. We've had foreign managers, so I don't think people would be bothered if it was another foreign manager. We've had Capello, who was useless. We've had Ericsson, who was pretty useless. But it doesn't mean a foreign manager isn't the way forward. It just means that those managers weren't the way forward. But we've had a lot of bad English managers as well that weren't the way forward. We've had a few good ones. I think, Robson was very good. Venables was good. But I think, the ones around that, Graham Turner wasn't very good. I think Hoddle was awful as a manager. I think Southgate has been pretty poor. But I think Bobby Robson was a very good manager. He did pretty good with the teams he had. Venables again did the same. Very, very good. If they had this bunch of players, what could they do? But there you go. It's up to the people in charge, isn't it? What does annoy me is that all the time, they keep on about the fact that, Southgate and his team have lifted the country and lifted the nation. No, they haven't. No, but you've got to remember every single time England have had a chance of winning. Before the game against Croatia, the nation was lifted. The nation was together in hope of what they could do. It's not just this bunch. It's not just this time. 96 was the case then. When Bobby Robson was the manager, that was the case then. The nation was together in hope of what England could achieve. All this stuff that they keep on acting as if it's just him. Well, as Simon Jordan has pointed out, Southgate has been incredibly fortunate that the press were incredibly hard on Capello. Capello and Ericsson. Because the players that they had there. They had some fantastic players, Capello and Ericsson had available to them. And they underachieved massively. And the press gave them a really, 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 really hard time. Well, Southgate has managed to lower expectations so much that the press have given him such an easy time. And he's known how to manage that situation, to lower the expectations. But of course he has, because as I said earlier, he's such a dull individual. As soon as he starts speaking, people think, how on earth is he going to inspire these players to greatness? So let's assume they're never going to get to greatness with him as a manager. And so the press have left him alone. They've not harassed him. Yeah, they've not gone after him the way they have previous England managers. Should they? I don't know. I mean, no, not really. They shouldn't do that at all. They should report as they see things, and they should analyse, what they see and report on that. They should question, they should challenge, they should criticise. They should do all of that, but they should do that of every manager. Yeah. But they haven't really with him. They've given him an easy ride. And he's had an easy ride in the World Cup, and he's had an easy ride in the Euros. He's had an easy ride with the press. Southgate has had a very easy ride in so many ways, and he's not taken advantage of it. So when things start getting harder, what's he going to do? I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we? That's the point. Indeed. Because I don't think that they're going to get rid of him. I think he will be the manager for the next World Cup, and I think that, thankfully the next World Cup isn't that far away. It's only a year away. So, these young players hopefully will get over this and then get over the World Cup that they're coming towards, because I don't think they're going to win that, not with this manager. And hopefully a new manager will come in and help them to achieve greatness. Well, because I think they can. Anyway, there you go. You take care. God bless. I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.